We are first going to look at how to convert percentages to fractions, which I'm very much aware that you are all much familiar with. So I just want to solve some two questions quickly, and then we move on to the next aspects. All right, so let's see, how do we convert 20% to a fraction? Okay, so we have 20%, so we have 20%. How do you convert 20% to a fraction? What you're supposed to do is that you're going to express it in this way. That's 20 over 100, because percentage is over 100. 20 over 100. Then you simplify. This 0 cancels this 0. 2 go into self 1 and go here 5 times. So our final answer becomes 1 out of 5. And that becomes that's all. You have already converted this to the fraction. And this is a proper fraction. So you are done. Now let's try another one. 160%. How do you convert 160% to a fraction? You can just pause the video and then try it. Alright, let's see. So you're just going to try 160 over 100. Then you simplify. That's there's how many times? That's 8 times and then 5 times. That's 2 can go into 10 5 times, and then can go into 16 8 times. Alright, so we are going to have 8 on 5 like this. Then because this one is an improper fraction, we're going to change it to a mixed fraction. So we are going to have one whole number 3 out of 5 like this. So this becomes our fraction, and you get an improper fraction. That is, if the numerator is bigger than the denominator, then you have to change it to a mixed fraction like this. Okay. Alright, since you understand this, let's move on to the second aspect, which I want to talk about quickly before I move on to my main lesson for today. Let's see how we can convert a fraction to a percentage. Alright, so imagine you are given a fraction like 1 over 5, and you have been asked to change it to percentage. How do you go about it? Just multiply by 100. Whenever you are asked to change a particular fraction to percentage, multiply by 100. So we're going to have 1 out of 5 to two percentages, just multiplied by 100. Okay, so 5 going to self 1 and go here how many times? That's 20 times. So you're going to have 20%, and that's like it shows here. All right, let's try another one. You can try it yourself. 8 over 5. Try converting 8 over 5 to percentage. Just pause the video and then you try it. All right, so we have multiply by 100. 5 going self 1, go here 20 times. So 8 multiplied by 20, we get 160%, and that becomes the answer. All right, let's try another one. How about if it's a decimal fraction? Let's say something like 2.5. How do you convert 2.5 to percentage? First, what you're supposed to do is that you need to convert it to a fraction. Okay, this decimal, convert it to a fraction first. And to convert this to fraction, know that we have to move the decimal point once here. So we're going to get 25 over 10. Alright, now it's in the fraction form. Now we can convert it to percentage by multiplying by what? 100. You can also simply multiply the 2.5 by 100 to get your final, to get the answer directly. But if you feel like maybe this one will be too difficult for you, you can change it to fraction like this. Then you simplify. So we get 25 multiplied by 10, and our final answer becomes 250%. Or just multiply it by the 2.5 by 100. It moves twice. So 1, 2. Okay, so we get 250 times percent. 250%. That's all. Or you can just go about it this way. All right, let's try one more. What if you are giving the fraction in mixed fraction form? You're giving it in mixed fraction form. Maybe you are giving something like one whole number, 1 out of maybe 2. Convert this to percentage. How will you go about it? So that one too, you can just pause the video and then try your hands on it. This is just a beginner lesson on percentages. So if you think this one is just too basic for you, you can try a different video, which I have already. Yeah, but if it's okay for you, just follow up. Now let's see. First, you're supposed to convert it to the improper fraction form. So we're going to have 2 multiplied by 1 is 2 plus 1, making 3 out of the denominator here 2. Now you can multiply by 100, and then you get 2 go itself 1, go here 50 times. Then we multiply 3 by 50 and we get 150%. This becomes the final answer. All right, so I think this will be okay. This is enough. Let us look at how we can find a percentage of a given quantity. A percentage of a given quantity. So quickly, if you have been asked, you have, let's say, 5% of 150 kilogram. Let's say you are given, find 5% of 150 kilogram. How will you go about this? Find 5% of 150 kilogram. How will you go about it? You just have to just express this side as a fraction. That's 5 over 100. Multiply by the 150 this way. Then you simplify. So we have this going here. 5, 1, 2. So you're going to have 15 over 2. All right. And if you are to simplify this, because this one is improper fraction, you just have to change it to mixed fraction. That's going to be 7.5 or 7.5 kilogram. That is 5% of a given quantity, and the quantity here given is 150 kilogram. Okay, we are finding the percentage of a given quantity, and this is how you go about it. Just multiply the percentage by the quantity given, and you are done. Let's try another one. This time, word problem, a little word problem. So it's on your screen. It is estimated that only 5% of students that watch my video subscribe. So if I get 2,500 views on a video, how many subscribers will I get, or how many people will subscribe to the channel? Looking at the number of views, okay, and the number of people who subscribe per a view. All right, so let's see. What we are going to do is that, because we are going to find 5% of the quantity 2,500. Okay, because we have been told that only 5% of students that will watch the video will subscribe. So if we have 2,500 views, it means that only 5% of them are going to subscribe. So we are going to express it this way. Then we're going to have 5 over 100, just like what we did in the first example, times 2,500. So these two will just take care of this. Then we'll be left with 5 multiplied by 25. And our final answer will become 125 subscribers. All right, let's try another one. Let's try the last one, the last example. Now imagine that the candidate tutor in a 5-minute craft decides to work together and share 1 million subscribers. I don't know whether it's possible, but that's an example. Okay, so if the candidate tutor and 5-minute craft decide to work together and share 1 million subscribers, and we are thinking that the candidate tutor should gain 40% and the rest will be given to 5-minute craft. So we are going to find each channel's gain of the 1 million subscribers. Okay, so let's see. You can just pause the video, look at the question, and then go, try to solve it, and then let's see how we will solve this. Just pause the video. Okay, all right, so let's see how we solve this. Now I will start by solving that of the candidate tutor's share. So the candidate tutor is going to have 40% of the million. This is how to write a million. Okay, how many zeros does a million have? That's 6 zeros. All right, so we're going to express it just like what we did here. So we're going to have 40 over 100 multiplied by a million. All right, so these 2 zeros will take care of these 2 zeros. So we'll be left with 4 and how many zeros? This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3. So this becomes our answer. That's the candidate tutor's share. Now, if you are asked to find for that of, I'm looking for that of 5-minute craft own, I am going to, don't forget that the remaining will be 60%. Okay, so 5-minute craft. 5-minute craft will get 60% of the million. Okay, 60% of, let me use of the million. Hope you are okay. Then I'm going to express this as 60 over 100 multiply by this quantity given here. These two zeros will continue to take care of these two zeros. Then we will be left with 6 multiplied by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can use the calculator to check it, and that's what you are going to get. Okay, so from this you realize that 5 minutes craft is going to get 600,000, and then the candidate tutor will get 400,000. That is the given quantity that we're talking about. Okay, so we are done for this lesson, and if you have any question, don't forget to leave it in the comment section and I will assist you. Thank you.